Raquel Abrantes, to my fellow members of the Board of Civil Engineering, Chairman Praxidis Bernardo and Honorable Police Dakay, respected members and officers of the Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, Davao Chapter, who may be in this activity this afternoon. To the proud families and friends gathered in this activity, mayong hapon sa inyong tanan. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And to our soon-to-be newly licensed civil engineers, congratulations on this milestone that marks both the end of one journey and the beginning of a greater one. As I view and address all of you today, I see not just individuals who have passed a difficult examination in April this year. I see the custodians of a new profession that is as old as civilization itself, yet as vital and evolving as tomorrow's sunrise. Civil engineering at its core is not only a science and the art of shaping the physical world for human progress. It is not just about structures of steel and concrete. It is about weaving together the hopes of a community into something tangible and lasting. I still remember my own civil engineering education that started more than 65 years ago. To the board licensure examinations and the oath taking after eagerly waiting for the results of the licensure exam for 6 months. Today, it's just a matter of less than a week. Back then, during my time, the tools were different. We drew on large tracing paper for blue or white printing, using T-squares and triangles, templates for conic sections. Run our fingers through pages of design manuals, of tables and logarithms, and trigonometric functions of angles, and relied on slide rules for our calculations, long before photocopying machines, electronic calculators, and computer software. But the essence of the work is the same: to build with skill, to build with honor, and to build with service in mind. Every nation's history, progress can be measured by its infrastructure. When roads are built, trade flourishes. When bridges are connected and completed, communities connect. When water systems are laid out, health improves. When flood control is done right, lives, livelihoods, and properties are protected. Every skyline, every dam, every pier and airport we witness today is a quiet testament to the labor and vision of civil engineers. How we work is often unseen, but once our work is completed, it is always felt. Over the decades, I have worn so many hats. Practitioner, teacher, mentor, and now member of the Board of Civil Engineering. I have not only signed and sealed construction drawings that some became landmarks, but I have also marked test papers that launched careers. And through it all, I have come to realize that our profession's true legacy is not measured in concrete board, but in people shaped. It is in the younger engineers who rise with integrity, who innovate with sustainability, and who uphold safety over shortcuts. Many of the best engineers I've known came from humble beginnings, but carried in them an unshakable discipline and an unwavering sense of responsibility. These qualities matter far more than perfect grades or prestigious titles. You are entering the field of civil engineering at a time of great urgency. Our country needs resilient roads and bridges that can withstand stronger typhoons and earthquakes. We need sustainable water systems to face the realities of climate change. We need comfortable mode of mass transport system. We need housing that is both safe and dignified for all Filipinos. You will meet changes in your practice. Bureaucracy, tight budgets, the temptation to cut corners, even from those in political power. In those moments, I hope you remember, your license is more than a ticket to practice. It is a public trust. You hold in your hands the safety of countless lives. Allow me to leave you three anchors that have guided me in more than 6 decades of civil engineering. I hope I can pass this on to you. First, integrity. Never trade your professional judgment for convenience or personal gain. The structures you design and the systems you build must outlast you. And the only way they will is if they are founded on truth. Second, excellence. Passing the board examination is not the end of learning. It is merely the beginning. The materials of construction will evolve. The design codes will change. The technology will advance. But your commitment to mastery must remain constant. Third, service. We build not for our resumes, but for people. The truest measure of civil engineers is the number of lives made safer, healthier, and more hopeful because of their work. After years in this field, I've learned that our greatest satisfaction does not come from applause or awards. It comes quietly. Perhaps years after a project is completed. When you drive over a bridge you designed, or walk into a building you helped create, and you see children playing, businesses thriving, and lives unfolding in safety, it is then that you realize, this is why I became a civil engineer. Today, as you raise your right hand before our Chair Bernardo and take your oath, you join a lineage, a chain of professional civil engineers, stretching from the builders of the first water systems in our country to those designing earthquake-resistant skyscrapers today. You are no longer graduates. You are civil engineers of the Republic of the Philippines. With that title comes not just pride, but a responsibility. A responsibility that will test not only your skills, but your character. So stand tall, my fellow civil engineers. Build with integrity. Build with foresight. Serve with humility. For if we, the builders, fail, our nation stumbles. But if we rise to the challenge, the Philippines will stand firm, strong, and ready for the generations to come. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay ang bagong civil engineers at mabuhay ang ating bansa.
Thank you so much, Honorable Estanero. Our next speaker graduated